Welcome to the 5-minute Adobe Spark Kickstart tutorial for web presentations. Adobe Spark web presentations are useful for 1110 and 1120 genres of profiles, proposals, research presentations, linear style memoirs, narratives, explainers, and reports. Spark web presentations are multimodal and can include text, photos, video embeds, slideshows, audio, photo grids, and web links. Spark presentations are easily shareable and can tie into discussions around rhetorical questions of audience and purpose and the impact of multimodality. Keep in mind that Spark presentations are linear, like a web page. They scroll from top to bottom. They can't be really easily reshuffled, so a little layout planning is a smart step in the process. They can be moved around a bit, though. And they do play nice with other Adobe Creative Cloud apps. Learning Spark is about playing with the app, customizing your look, and trying out the different features. So let's try it out by creating a basic web presentation. Here's an example of an Adobe Spark web presentation on the discourse community of Aikido and a profile of a person within that discourse community. As you can see, there are these very eye-catching headlines. It's easy to integrate video and text and imagery. And again, please note the linear format where we're scrolling down. This has a video embed from YouTube of an interview with a person in the Aikido community. So there's a lot of flexibility and creative options for how to use a web presentation within your composition classes. So let's create a basic web presentation from spark.adobe.com, which you can log into with your UNM credentials. You can choose presentation right here at the top to get started to create this web style presentation. It takes a few moments to load. And then you can add a title. So let's say we're doing that Aikido discourse community profile. You can click to add a subtitle. This is pretty basic navigation. Before you get too deep into this, you might want to check out the themes. There are 3 basic options for light, medium, and dark. These built-in themes are very handy. You can just go ahead and pick a preloaded theme and work with that. So feel free to play around with those. The basic navigation for a Spark web presentation is to click on these little plus signs. And you can choose what you would like to add. Like for this, for example, we'll put a photo behind your lead page here. There's a lot of options. You can upload your own photos from your device, or you can head into these, find free photos. So if I wanted to look for Aikido, there's actually a very impressive amount of images that are available here. Let's say I use this one. And then it leads you through the work here. Scroll to start writing your story. This is where it's handy if you already have a layout or a basic idea of how you would like it to run. So outlining can be really helpful in getting started. So here are your basic options. When you see these little plus signs, you can click them and decide whether you want to add a photo, text, button, video, photo grid, slideshow, or a split layout. I showed what those look like in the demonstration profile. So let's say I wanted to include a glide show. This is one way you can add photos. You can do these free photos, you can upload your own. This is sort of a fancy slideshow that is built in. Let's say I want to add a video. If you have the link, but it could be a Spark video that you created in Spark. It could be YouTube or Vimeo. Let's say I add in my YouTube video, and I say save, and there it is. And again, you'll see these little plus signs. This is how you add material. So I can add text here. You can paste or type in. And just work your way down, creating your entire web presentation. One more feature I'd like to point out here is the split layout, which is a nice way of doing things. You could add an image on one side, and then once again, the navigation is through these little plus signs. So you could come over here and say add text information on Aikido here. So my best tip is to have your information ready to go. Have the photos that you know you want to use, the video links that you'd like to include. If you want to go ahead and prepare a slideshow in Spark to put into this, Once you have all your material together and a basic idea of how you would like it to flow, it's very quick to create a very compelling, fun to look at web presentation. And when you're ready to go, you can look at the presentation by hitting the present button, which will give you a preview of what it looks like. And then the easy thing here is to publish and share the link. So you can change up your title, pick a category if you like, and you'll create the link. And it'll just take you a moment. And when that link is available, that makes sharing this presentation extremely easy. You can do it over social media, you can share it through Microsoft Teams, or you can just simply take that link and copy it, and you're good to go. Well, thank you for checking out this very basic tutorial. A lot of this is about playing around, just kind of getting in there and trying it out. And I think you will find it's pretty straightforward once you do. Thanks.